Hey Force fan, Shane here. Today I'm going to take a look at a figure from a great video game that I grew up with, which was Dark Forces, and its sequel, Dark Forces 2. And then we had a Jedi Knight and a Jedi Academy, or Jedi Knight Academy, all of them actually, great video games. I don't think this character needs much of an introduction. If you're an oldie like me, and if you're younger than me and you like this video, then check out the games from whence this character came from. But that character is, of course, Mr. Kyle Katarn. Now, I got quite a few thoughts on this particular character. Number one, it's a great figure. It's a very, very good figure. Very, very much in line with what we're used to getting from Hasbro at the moment. I'll briefly go over the articulation. It's got your standard articulation as you'd expect. Oh, he's a little bit tight on that arm. Oh, right. It's got a slight butterfly in there. He's got arm swivels. His hands go to 90. He's got wrist swivel, wrist articulation, two kind of trigger fingers. I don't know if this is meant to be kind of a force gesture or something. Doesn't really capture it quite well. You know, very much standard articulation. Kind of a bland colour scheme, really. It's got barely a crunch. Quite a new figure, but it's got thigh swivel, pinless knees, no boot articulation, and your typical ankle rockers there. Single jointed knees. All right, there we are. That's your basic articulation covered. Obviously, he's got a good twist. His head tilts. You can look up and down, left, right, blah blah blah. So there we go, standard figure. I gotta be honest with you, I know this particular figure was on quite a few want lists, you know, such as Last Figure Standing, March Madness, that kind of thing. But this figure's come out, and I like having him in the line, don't get me wrong, but he's got nobody to go with him. He's got no villains. He's got no sidekicks. There's literally nothing. If you're buying this figure, there's nothing to put this figure against on your shelves at the moment. Yes, I mean, you could possibly take, you know, a Luke Skywalker or something, add him next to it, because I think there was some kind of expanded universe comic. Yeah, the problem is, as great as it was that Hasbro decided to make this figure, there's nobody else for him to go against on the shelf. I know they're bringing out a lot of, you know, KOTOR figures and stuff like that, you know, which are, again, from video games. But KOTOR was post, not in terms of canon or anything, but released after Dark Forces. Now, I bought this figure. It was purely a nostalgia thing, because I had the original figure that was released, 1998. It was like on an EU card back, and had like a sort of cardboard cut out, like a kind of a Death Star type scene. I'll put a picture up of that particular figure. But that figure had a completely different attire, really. This figure, I believe, is from Jedi Outcast or Jedi Knight. So I can't quite remember the name of the title of it. Played it so long ago. Great game. But yeah, just a little bit disappointed that this figure come out and he's just literally got nothing to pair with on the shelf. Not even like Jarek, the main villain. Now, I know they kind of repurposed the idea of a dark trooper in The Mandalorian. And those figures are great. I got a couple of those. But in this particular game, Dark Forces, the Dark Trooper is a beast. It's a big beast of a character. And I thought they could have at least bought that figure out. Just bring that figure to the line. Because as much as I like Kyle here, he's just a little bit late out the gate, And even if they were to announce now another Dark Forces figure, I don't know if I feel if the time has passed. Obviously, I'd need to see what the figure is, but it's just a shame, really, because at the moment he's kind of on a shelf in my room, surrounded by other characters, that really don't have any sort of legitimate counterparts. Like, for instance, I've got the young Dooku from the Tales of the Jedi Disney Plus series. It's a great figure, but they've done a young Dooku, but they didn't do a young Qui-Gon. They're a pair. Why Hasbro make these decisions, I don't know, but it drives me up the wall. It's like, it seems like common sense goes all out the window. But I'll go back onto the figure a little bit. Sorry, it's turning out to be a little bit of a rant, this one. This shirt of his is kind of a soft plastic. Can you see that? Can you see that bend? And again, I don't know why they've given him this kind of soft plastic rather than molded, because I can understand doing this kind of plastic overlay if the figure had like an incredible crunch, but he's just got a standard arbitrary Black Series crunch. It's soft, it's down. See the lower back there. The lower back, can you see that? All the wrinkles here where it's tucked in? That feels like it's molded plastic. But this overlay is very thin plastic. But again, I'm not going to complain. It's a character really from my childhood, teenage years. Pretty good to have him in the line. Comes with a pretty cool lightsaber, very accurate to what he used in the game. Quite a bit of paint on there, gold accents there as well. The grip, normal blade that can attach, and it goes onto a peg. It goes onto a peg on his leg there. Again, I really wish they put the hook system with the little hoop on there, because when they do this, it just kind of looks like it just hangs. Comes with his pistol. Now the pistol's a strange one as well. So I'm pretty sure that in the original game he had a much bigger blaster than that, but I guess this is from the sequel. Pretty standard black paint on the grip, molded plastic, not an ounce. I'm not sure how well you can see that. Don't know how well that comes up. Not much. No paint at all. Got quite a few nice little designs on the pistol itself. But nothing to write home about. Anyway, sorry for the kind of rant on this one. I just feel it's disappointing when we get these random fan favourite characters, and it's great that Hasbro finally do get round to releasing them, but for God's sake, just give us an enemy, give us a droid. There is actually a fantastic droid in the Dark Series line, 8T88. He would be incredible to have. Really, really cool looking droid. I'll put a photo of him up as well. But yeah, I mean, let me ask you then, guys. I mean, are you a fan of the Dark Forces games and Kyle Katarn? Do you think it's a missed opportunity that Hasbro released this figure on his own with nobody else as part of a team? And does he look odd on your shelf as he does mine? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you like this video. It's only a short one this week, but I'll put some photos up and I'll get this one posted. But like and subscribe if you do like the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.